Okay, Yasser, we're live. Good morning, Yasser. This is Yasser Hassan from Cairo, Egypt, and on my side, Orlando Story from Miami, Florida, United States of America. Today is
Okay.
Friday, June 7th, around 9 a.m. Miami time. We're doing the entrepreneurship and coaching session. Um, Yasser, for the audience, let's start by introducing ourselves. Can you please start introducing what brought you here and a little about your background?
Yeah, sure. I am Yasser Hossam. I am from Egypt, like you have said. I am from a technical background. I have graduated from the Faculty of Science in Cairo, computer science department, and after that I have worked for 3 years as a database administrator and data analytics consultant. And after that, I have worked as an independent data analytics consultant, working on contract based and freelancing based, and giving training courses and consultancy service in data analytics. And what I need is mainly focus on creating a startup related to data analytics.
Thank you. Well, about myself, I'm systems engineering, and I got an MBA from George Washington University. I'm originally from Venezuela, South America, but I've been living in the States for around 10 years. Professionally, I started my career with Citibank in Venezuela in the corporate and investment bank. I was there for almost 8 years. Then I was a couple of years with PricewaterhouseCoopers in the consulting auditing business. Then I joined a Venezuelan boutique investment firm called Única, Sociedad de Corretaje. I became partner there and worked for 7 years. And for the last 8 years, I've been independent financial advisor and financial planner based in Miami. And my firm currently is named Grove Wealth Management. Let's start, Yasser, for sharing a little thoughts regarding entrepreneurship. I think it's a great movement to be an entrepreneur, be an important step. And I think that usually when we start our entrepreneurship career, in my case, I came from the corporate world and I started my business. We started and we focused too much in our strength. If you're an accountant, you will be focusing on the
Yeah,
accounting side of the business. If you are a salesman, you will be a very successful salesman. If you are a IT or a technical person, very likely you will be focusing on the coding or programming of or configuration of IT software or tools. So what happens for us as entrepreneurs is that we focus on what we really know, but either we don't take into account other areas, or we are very slow in catching up with those areas. And for making the transition from being a self-employed to a business owner, or to making a growing business, you must take into account all those areas as well. So for me, that's one of the main challenges, and I thought that this session will be very important to make that point clear. The other thing is that there is no single formula. I think that each entrepreneur walks their way around, and I don't want to do like cut out and paste
yeah,
proposals or ideas. Just share my ideas, what has worked in my personal experience, and from that point on,
yeah.
you can take it and see how you adapt it to your business and your personal impressions or views. Finally, the other thing is, I'm from South America. I'm living in the United States of America right now. I don't know much about the cultural or the business environment in Egypt. So those are things that you might be able to walk me around, or to give me more details on how things work on your side, in order to learn a little more about your culture and your business environment. Any
Perfect.
additional comments that you would like to make?
No, no, thank you. We can move forward. Perfect. Sounds good.
Okay. I will. for this coaching session, I will give you 3 pillars which I consider are very critical, very important on any entrepreneurship idea or business development. The first one is selling and business development. The second is scale, how to grow the business, make people, money, processes, automation work for
Yeah.
you. Do the transition from being a self-employed to a real growing business. And the third one is the entrepreneurial inspiration and well-being, because as entrepreneur, we forget a little bit about ourselves, and it is important to make a life-work balance in order
Yeah.
to make the long term be more successful. Uh, Let me see if I can share my screen, because I'm going to share with you a system that I I use for my project management and time management, and it may work for you. I will send it to you by email as well at the end of the session. So
Yes,
this
please.
is a simple sheet that I use for following on my activities. First, I put a topic
So
on.
it is still not appearing on my. Yeah, now I can see it. Yeah,
Okay,
perfect.
I'm sorry. It gets a little delay sometimes. So first,
Yeah,
I
perfect.
I put a topic or a reference to what I want to do. Then I start by setting up the plan or the activities that I'm looking forward to achieve. Here the process, and then I put here if I complete it or in the end I withdraw it if it didn't work, or it's something that it really has to be reorganized or set up in a different way. I do this PowerPoint format. Personally, it works very well for me because that way I can keep focus on different activities. And
Yeah,
I do it by, for example, here's for business development, and I will have another ones for other areas or as many as I need in my day-to-day activities. Um,
perfect.
so as we previously discussed, the first pillar is the business development. And I think that I highlighted here in this format 3 main things: customer, service or products, and marketing. I start with
Yeah,
customers because as an entrepreneur and as being the creators or the promoters of an idea, service, product, we tend to fall in love with our own products, and we don't see what the client or the customer is really needing. And
yeah,
we may
correct.
have the best technical solutions, and history has proven that there has been great idea, great products that if they don't get to the client, to the customer, and really have a massive utilization, you will not be a successful business. And in the end, you will get frustrated and very likely reorganize your business in order to keep it running. So in the customer side, I have different ideas to share with you. For example, look for your ideal customer.
Yes.
What customer do you think will be much likely to take or use your services or products? You tell me that you're in the data analytics space. What are the services or the products that you usually highlight on your practice?
Yeah, it will be two things. One thing, for those maybe I think they will be two customer segments. The first one is small and medium companies, which need to get use or to make the best of the data.
Okay. For what purpose?
To take data-driven decisions to enhance the growth and the decision making using the data they already have.
Okay, and usually that decision making involves growing their business sales, cutting costs,
Yeah,
finding efficient. Okay,
yeah,
okay. So
exactly.
those are my other ideas to share with you. We must highlight more than the technical capabilities. than our background the benefits for the customer. What is he taking?
Yeah.
That will make you easier to connect and to make them realize how to use or if it's something that really works for them or not. I would recommend you to see a video that is in YouTube from Simon Sinek around the why, and he compares companies such as Apple, Microsoft, how their business model and their product development based on this philosophy really makes a difference on both the ending product and the way to reach and the client experience on the process. My last thing is to be careful to separate the technical versus the emotional speech. We are people before business owners, before managers. So based on my personal experience in the financial advisory world, usually, I presented my portfolios, the returns, how our methodology and how proud we were of the way we were doing things and how professional we were. But in the end, people just want to have a safe retirement, to put their money in a secure place. So once I was able to understand the emotional needs for making a business closing, it was much easier for me to make that connection. And that way, in the second step or as an ongoing basis, once I have the client on my side, the technical and professional capabilities were displayed or were of more importance. But for catching and closing a sale, I will recommend you, and you may look on YouTube or any book that might be on help for you on that side. Again, there are many cultural things. In Latin America, it's very customary that you have lunch or coffee with someone for closing a deal. So it's part of a ritual you must complete. Here in the States, it's a little more straightforward. There is not that much need for that, but there should be some reference, some cross-checkings that they can have. So again, do your homework on self-evaluating what have you done and what could be done better. So we start first by focusing on the customer, then the service or the product. And a thing that I've learned myself and that I see with many entrepreneurs is that, we do things all over once and once again. I mean, if you go to a client, you make a proposal. Next week, you go to a second client, you make a second proposal. So you should be starting to do templates. I use Dropbox. You should start defining your services by industry, by niche market, by type of client. So that way you should be able to deliver a proposal. You should have a brochure. You should have a speech. You should have a pricing. It's important to have a clear pricing. So you can expedite your promoting and your proposal times. So define your main products again with the benefits and have those templates that so that way once you have a call or a request from a client, you are able to have a very fast response and not start all over again. For example, email introduction templates, proposal templates, although you will adapt them to the client names and the details you already know, be able to be very organized and have that info or that set up easily. My third recommendation is on marketing. As part of this coaching session, I received a brochure representation from you. Very good. I like it very much. I think it's a little too long. And again, you should be able to do a 2-pager where the same information that you have in your presentation can be given to a client. People usually don't spend more than 2 minutes reviewing materials. And a 2-pager, those folding brochures, three-side folding brochures will be ideal. So you can really highlight the information that you put on your presentation. You should include, again, a little less technical info and more benefits to the client, more industry or niche clients. If you're talking for a retailer or for a bank, what we have done for banks, and cutting costs, enhancing their client experience, whatever your experience has been in giving benefits to that client, that type of customers, you should be able to put it on that brochure. Another recommendation I will give you is that I see you are working very well your personal brand. You include your LinkedIn address and you promote yourself very clearly. However, again, you must understand your clients, and I will recommend you to do a personal brand and a business brand. Why? Personal brands are usually very efficient to have the first impression and to connect with a small business or other entrepreneurs. But if I will say IBM just because it's a worldwide known multinational company. But if you want to connect with IBM, they would like to see more structure, more a business setup. So I will recommend you to have your personal brand and have also a business brand with a name that might be in line with your business activity, and also where you can create. I don't know if you already have an incorporated business, but also consider incorporating a business that when you send the invoices and you, if you hire someone, you will be able to have more robust structure. Also, well, again, the new business cards are websites and social media. Do you have a website right now running?
No, still I don't have one.
Okay, it will be good if you do a website that you can connect with your LinkedIn, with your social media. Also, which I like about your proposal, some storytelling and public relations. On your proposal, there was a picture where you were like doing a seminar or a conference. That is very engaging for people, seeing someone that has so much experience, so much knowledge that is already doing conferences. Also, the introduction, you do some of your personal story, which I like too. So try to enhance those things that are already there and to get more of them. Again, which is connected with the previous session, have a proposal templates and the art or the design of those. And try to work. I don't know much on how to sell and how the pricing is on your business, but do promotions or free stuff. If, for example, your business is that requires a contract commitment, tell them, look, we can sign the contract. I will give you 1 month free, and you have a 30-day exit class with no questions asked. And you may say, look, for the next before month end, I will give this promotion to the first 10 customers that I get. Why is that important? First, because if you are very confident of your services, of your delivery of products, you know that once you have the client engaged, he will stay with you. So it's a way to tell them. It's like when you buy a car and they let you do a test drive, or you're contacting Uber and you get a free ride, and once you try it, you say, look, it's safe, it's not that expensive, or it really fits me, it really works.
This is a great idea, by the way. This is very, very good idea for that.
By the way, what it is important is to have a commitment from the client. I mean, do the free stuff, but have them already sign the contract and the payment terms or the credit card, however it works. Again, be clear, transparent, that if things don't work out, you withdraw the contract and you give the exit clause, but also get the commitment from the client, because in my experience, when you give something for a promotion for free, people just want to take advantage of that, and
Yeah.
so try. It has to be done in a way that it really makes a purpose. I mean, a win-win relationship.
Yeah.
Client has
Yeah. Yeah.
the customer has the opportunity to really try the service, but at the same time, if things go the way are expected, the customer really has a commitment with you for working, and that way you can really be sure that you're not losing your time on that.
Yeah.
Any questions at this time?
Yeah, I have some. The first thing is getting the promotions and having a website and social media. I am now thinking in something. Now I am most of the previous year I am working as an independent. So I am depend on my relationships with the clients, but I still don't have a website. Is this a very critical thing to invest some money and time to create a website and to brand for myself as a company? It will be better than brand for myself as a person or as an independent consultant. Now I will not be branding for myself as an independent consultant. I will be the one of the people who is a co-founder of a company, with the founder of this firm, not an independent consultant. This will be more efficient and will be better than paying for myself as an independent.
What I will recommend you, Yasser, is do a process, a transition. You are currently
Yeah,
independent consultant, but this is a question that uh, is to your inner self.
yeah.
Where where there is, I mean, there is more money as a business or as independent consultant.
I am not sure of that.
Okay,
To be honest, yeah, I'm not sure, but I think what I think is there's more money in being a company. I think
okay.
that.
Let me clarify you the difference, because I do financial planning and I've seen it many times in other professions. If
So
you are a dentist,
yeah,
dentists are very well paid professionals.
yeah,
Let's make an imaginary figure just for fun.
yeah,
You work 5 days a week, 10, 10 hours a day, so that's 50 hours uh,
a week.
a week times um, 4 weeks. So you are working 5, 10, 50, 200 hours a week. So let's say you charge those 200 hours in $10. You're making $2,000 a month. That could be also $100. I mean, whatever imaginary figure. I just want to make
Yeah,
an easy example.
yeah,
This dentist is making $2,000 a month or $200,000 a month, working
yeah,
200 hours. If the dentist is able to build a dentist clinic where he also works independently, and he hires a secretary, he buys some equipment, and he hires two more dentists, that probably he will be receiving half the same rate. His 200 hours will multiply times 3, or
yeah,
probably 2.5. Let's say he requires 0.5 for overhead.
yeah,
So he will be for sure making more money. And the second thing of becoming a business and not an independent professional is that as long as your business grows, you can start doing less work and focusing more on the business, which again will
yeah,
bring much more growth. So I
yeah,
understand, and I'm in a transition myself as a independent professional to building
yeah,
a firm, but it is something that you should start now, do the process. I understand it's not the priority, but for me, on the long run, it will pay off. And you have to have
yeah,
that mindset clear on your mind.
yeah. Sure, sure. I got your point. Perfect.
I'll go to the next section.
Sure.
The next section is people scale or grow your business. Again, it's in line what we have just said. We focus on what we really know. So if you're a technical person, probably you're not taking much time or importance for your bank statements, your receivables, and that's
Yeah.
something you should take care of. And you should I will send you a Excel spreadsheet which will allow you
Please.
to
Yeah.
organize. One is to do daily, which is the bank reconciliation or your cash reconciliation, so that way you can know how much money you have in the bank and where you're spending it. And another of the sheets on Excel, it's an end report where you can put all the activities that you have done in the month, the monetary transactions, and an accountant, or if you have an automated accounting software, should be able to do a closing statement. So it is
Great.
important. Um, I understand you're again in this transition, but find we usually all have a friend, a cousin that is an accountant. If you can hire him, or if there is a bank software for free or paying little money or an accounting software, it is worth it. It is worth it. It will take you
Great.
some time to set it up at the beginning. You can do a combination of both. Probably bring someone that is an accountant and use the app. But again, for scaling your business, this is important because you should know how
Sure.
much money you have in the bank. How, um, how, what are you waiting for collecting receivables if there are long time receivables to take into account. Another thing I also check up with people is the difference between profit and losses and cash flow.
Yeah.
You can sell $1 million, but if you don't collect it, you have nothing in the
It
bank.
will make no sense. Yeah. Yeah.
Um,
Great.
Another thing, and I understand that it is not easy at the beginning, is separate your personal finances from your business finances. The
Yeah.
the ideal is try to give yourself a salary and have that discipline for your personal expenses. Again, I understand, uh, first times, first years in a business is money is
Very tough.
tight, but
Yeah.
if you start with that discipline, you first will have organize your personal finances to see how much money you can spend, and second, you will start realizing if you have to work harder in your business for making more money, or what is draining the money out of your business. So
Yeah, and it will make it will make it not very tasteful. Like if everything is one package, it will be very tasteful. You will, I am sometimes I am feeling that everything is affected. My life is affected because of my business. So yeah, it is very tasteful feeling that.
exactly. The other thing is that to look for financing or ways that you can have a cash supply if you grow or something gets complicated. Niche financing,
Yeah,
for example, for small businesses, um, receivables financing, credit cards. Probably you can have a credit card that you don't use that is for the business. It might
yeah,
be personal at the start, but it's a credit card that if you go to the movies, you will not use it. You will have it in a drawer in your house. But if your laptop breaks down, you can use that credit card, go buy a laptop, and
yeah,
have the business do a payment plan or pay back that credit card as soon as possible.
yeah, yeah. Great,
Um, uh, the
got your
other
point.
um, the other thing is to have key performance indicators and budgets. Uh,
Great.
there is a process which is we put our own goals, and as an entrepreneur we don't have a boss, we don't have a no one that really is
Yeah,
telling us what to do. So we must have this inner strength to set up what we want to achieve, and probably it's not achievable at this time, but if we're growing in that direction, it will start making lots of sense, or you will start
yeah,
like seeing how your efforts go into that direction.
yes. Great.
My other recommendations for scaling and growing your business is to leverage in people, processes, and automation. Um, Again, if we see history, if we get our personal experience, when we are able to connect, to work together with some people, great things. It might be the clients take place. In
Yeah.
my personal experience, it's not easy to find a good partner or good employees, but you must keep trying. Um,
Yeah.
be, because usually, if you have a good employee or a good business partner, what should be the work of one people plus the work of one people is not two. Usually, it might be three or four. So
Yes.
take that into consideration. Again, the same example I gave you with the dentist. Hire a partner, hire or partner with people, delegate as much as possible, delegate with
Yeah.
goals, delegate with goals or specific activities. This is something I learned early in my professional career as a manager. Uh, Entrepreneurs, we tend to do everything ourselves. If we're doing a
Yeah.
website, we build it ourselves. Come on, probably you may find an app or software that, I don't know, you pay any amount, let's say $10, $100. I don't know the expense, the cost of those services in Egypt. But instead of taking 3 days on doing that, probably in a couple of hours you can complete it, set it up, and have it running.
Yeah.
So, or you can find early on my business, I work a lot with interns or undergrads, which I could pay them by
Yeah.
hour for a specific projects, and was a win-win. They were learning a lot, and they were making some money, and I was
Yeah.
able to have uh, people that I could afford to pay at that time.
Yeah. That's a
And,
very good idea.
and another thing with people and partners and clients, motivate them. You gotta motivate yourself
With
and be able to motivate them to do the job, to face the challenges, celebrate whenever you complete a process or a project where you get a client. Um, those are things that you will see will really impact the day to day of your business and your activity.
yeah, this is a very good point.
Again,
Very-
processes, get share resources, Dropbox, Skype. If you have an office or you work on a shared environment, have some coffee, snacks to people when they come. Or if you go
Yeah.
to a client, I don't know what's customary. If you in Latin America, you it's not uh, uh, if mainly if it's ladies, you can bring them some chocolate or something. Will not be taken as something personal. So I don't know your culture,
Yeah.
but that those things uh, work. Um, Consider profit sharing if it's something that is in your mind, and write rules and
Yeah.
processes. Again, keep it simple. It doesn't have to be a full manual, but just you start doing like documents where you say how to uh, respond to a client inquiry, and yes, you do the questions and the answers, and you may have someone to delegate those activities. Again, automation,
Very-
I think that's something that might come more natural to you considering your
Yeah.
background. Delegate on technology, find existing software and apps. For example, in accounting, the American software which is most popular in accounting is QuickBooks, and they have versions for small businesses, for large businesses. I'm sure in Egypt there might be something equivalent. I give you the name because probably you can browse it online and see some tutorials that they have.
Yeah.
Social media bots or any other kind of robot or automated software.
Yeah. Very-
Does this make sense to you?
Sure. This make a ton of sense.
Is it something that you think it will be really achievable or easy to implement?
Some of the points is really achievable, and I have already take some notes to start working on them. But some points I feel that it maybe come on the process, come after we achieve some goals, or after I achieve to some specific goals. I can go for this. because now I don't have I still don't have a lot of uh, a lot of money to hire employees and to make a dedicated process. But this is very good to think in it that I will, when I achieve this I will do that, when I achieve this I will do that.
Again, you must find those you should see those long-term goals,
Yeah,
or have that vision in order to make it a reality when the time is right.
yeah, correct, exactly.
Perfect. Let me see. uh, okay. Okay, again, your entrepreneurial inspiration, very
Yeah,
important.
but I have, sorry for interrupting you, but I have one question because this thing is coming to my head every day. Now I started to think about something, about creating a passive income stream while I am working on the company itself. Is this a right time or something that I should do, or I it will be good to do that, to start creating a passive income while I am working on creating the company itself?
uh, I'm sorry, can you repeat the question?
Yeah, I am asking. I am started to think about creating passive incomes to support myself financially while pursuing my company. Passive incomes, like if I have created an online training course, or if I have published a book, or if I have published a mobile app, something like that, to just because I don't have another financial support like a VC or anything like that. So I have started to think about creating a passive income that will support the growth and the movement of the company financially. Is this a good way of thinking, or I just have to focus on only one thing?
I will say it's important to consider those approaches of a passive income regarding either a online course or a book, but those things take time.
Mm.
And you should be able to live from what you make on your business, or otherwise something is not right. Something
Yeah.
is not on the right direction. One question that I will ask you: does your services are project to project, or so like one sale and a project, or is something that is recurring on like a subscription or a consulting agreement that will remain on time?
No, it is project by project.
Okay, so what I will suggest you, Yasen, is to um, based on your business model, try to find services or products that you can make them a subscription or a contract agreement for some time.
This will be very effective
Because if
because,
you
yeah,
no,
yeah,
go ahead, please. I don't want to interrupt you.
yeah. I am saying, yeah, because it will not make me every month think about making sales and making activities and making marketing activities, and I will not need to think every month that I have to achieve a specific financial goal and so on.
No, I know it. I work in consulting myself with PricewaterhouseCoopers, and it was very challenging. And unfortunately, they had the audit business, which was much more ongoing business, and our activities were much more profitable. But it was very complicated to be working long hours in delivering solutions and projects to a client, and at the same time doing marketing for catching up. That when that project ended,
Yeah.
I had a rollover to keep up going, because we had employees, and we have a structure that has to be um, used all the time. So no, you see that's critical. That's critical, and that's something from you have to find the pricing, the structure, and I will probably start focusing on that, the contracts, the proposals, the pricing for achieving that, like a subscription model or something that really allows you to assegurate a monthly income, and as you grow with your clients, you may have more activity. Other thing, I don't know what's the practice, but if you think that a contract might be a little too much, offer like 3 or 6 months agreements, so or payment plans, so that way you can keep the client ongoing, and with that cash flow in hand, you are able to keep looking for businesses. If you are able to get different some clients, that way you can either hire someone and keep up the scaling of the business or the growing.
Yeah, just makes sense. Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Any other question, or I get back to the?
No, let's get back to the.
Okay. So as I told you before, that was the second pillar of scaling, which include people, processes, and automation. I will share my screen again for the third and last pillar, which is your entrepreneurial inspiration. Entrepreneurials have different forces and lots of stress. So it is important that you set your own vision. Well, time is limited, and when I say time is limited, the day has only 24 hours, so we have to make the most of it, and we want to make our business stabilize and grow in the shorter term possible, so we can be able to really focus on growing and hiring people and making it a real an enterprise.
Yeah.
So I say think big, but start small. Do small steps that will really get you towards that big goal. Focus on being a business, not an independent employee. Again, the dentist example. He can only, I was putting 10 hours a day, which is a lot. So you can not work more than 10, 14 hours. So the best approach is to make it a business as soon as possible.
Yeah.
Do something you like. Do something you like. Something that really, when you're doing what you like, it will not be a job. It will just be follow your hobbies or your time will fly with those activities. But again, there are activities that you will not like to do that you don't know, and spend some time on that, because that's the things that entrepreneurs usually fail completing, and dedicate some time on that. Search your why. Again, I'll recommend you to see this Simon Sinek video on the why, because it's what your internal motivations are. Do you think you have walked this already, or is something that you may be needing to review after this conference?
Sorry, please say again. What is the question?
Have you already set up your vision, or is something that an exercise you will do on your own after this session?
No, for the vision I have already set it, but maybe the videos that you have talked about would be very good to see it.
Okay. Other thing that I tell entrepreneurs is to take your time. Some things don't go the way we want in short periods of time, but be patient, but always move forward. Okay, so be resilient, be hardworking, be efficient in what you do. Also, focus on wellness. Not only the business or the project, also focus on your economic, emotional well-being, your relationships, your family. So you should balance work and personal life, and find your own formula. I'm giving you this information based on my experience, but again, we have cultural differences, we have different ages, so everything that I'm telling you, it has to be reviewed by you and see what works, what doesn't work, and what fits with your personal and entrepreneurial plan.
Yeah, great.
So don't take everything literally, just see what you really are able to make work on your reality. Also, I
Yeah.
say that we must have realism, be optimistic, but objective on our situations. If you think that
Yeah.
it probably is time to get a job before continuing with the entrepreneurial plan, we have to pay the bills. We must have a health insurance. We must
Yeah.
pay for our food. I don't know if you have the dependents, but those are things into consideration. And we may have great dreams, but we gotta be practical and pragmatics.
Yeah. Yeah. This is very correct. Yeah.
So and search for out of the box solutions. Um, uh, there is an old movie of a submarine called B-152, which the captain put under lots of stress all the crew.
Yeah.
And
What is the name? What is the name
uh,
of the
I,
movie?
I think it's B-52. Well, I don't know if it's Harrison Ford. I think you have to Google it. Harrison Ford
Yeah.
submarine movie. But
Yeah.
he puts on under lots of stress the crew, and his message was, if we are able to feel comfortable and overcome the situation, when we are in war, we will be okay. So
Yeah.
when you think that you have time constraints, economic constraints, you are able to figure out how to find a technical solution. Usually those are
Yeah.
very inspirational times, and leap steps or leap jumps can be achieved.
Yeah. Brief.
Um, well, basically that was my agenda for today. I just want to check with you if you have any additional thoughts or wrap up or anything you would like to to review again.
No, I just have another question come to my head. That is, if I now decided to create a passive income beside my company to just support it, because in the first years it is very tough. So I am thinking in delegating most of the work that I will focus on my strategy will be that I will focus on my active work, and I will take a part of that of the income to invest in passive incomes. Okay, and in the passive income I will delegate 90% of it. But for the delegation, should I better hire some employees to do that, or should I hire freelancers or some independent people? What is the best practice here? To hire someone to be full dedicated for you, or to hire a freelancer to do just the things that you want to do?
Uh, I wouldn't hire someone unless it really has the technical expertise or is able to really be efficient on your needs or your tasks very very sharply. So
Mhm.
probably a freelancer will be a good choice. The other thing which might work for you, again, it depends also in what is the practice or available in your area, is profit sharing.
Mm.
So I don't
Good idea.
know if you went to college in Cairo or to university in Cairo, you are able to get an intern or someone who is close into graduation. Tell them, look, come and work with me. I will give you part of my projects. From what I will be collecting, we'll share. I'll give you, I don't know, 30%, something that it is of their interest, and will be make you able to grow your business. For
Yeah.
looking for passive incomes, don't look for traditional passive incomes like a book or no, I mean, not only look for book or online training course. Also look for services that can be very scalable or that are simplified, that you can really make a subscription, or you can put to work on their own. For instance, if you have you can create a software that do data analytics. I don't know, for Facebook. I'm just giving you ideas.
Yeah, yeah.
I
This
don't
is very,
know.
very useful. Yeah, these
I don't know
ideas are very
your
useful.
business, or can do Facebook English and Arabic language, something that gives some differentiation, and that once that you have it done, you can go with a proposal to those clients. Look, guys, and before you do your homework, I see you have your website and you have Facebook. This software will allow you to compare the traffic in both sites, or um, the reviews, or whatever, and it will only cost you $20 a month. If
Hmm.
once you have done the development, you can sell it to different clients. That will be a passive income.
Yeah,
So that's exactly what Apple and Microsoft have done. I mean, Microsoft has spent lots of money, uh, mainly in their early stages, developing the Office suite products, Microsoft Excel, Microsoft Word.
yeah,
And but once that software was completed, they could sell it to many people. And that's why, and actually they now made it a subscription. So
yeah,
probably they are not making lots of money from each sale, but they're making many sales. And if you
yeah,
can put that on a website, when the people that just sign up, or the, you will be making a passive income. And
yeah,
you will see how everything starts like connecting together.
yeah, yeah. This
Your
will be awesome.
website, your passive income, your technical skills, marketing skills, your brand.
Yeah, yeah. This is very useful. Just 1 second, I will just write some notes. Yeah, what may be other kinds of passive income that is out of the box like that? Because all what I think in is like what you have said. I am thinking in the traditional way, like the books and the training quiz. What may be other ways and other from your personal experience and from what you see, what may be other services or what other passive incomes that I can make?
I don't know if as part of your technological skills you're able to do this. Do marketing for others.
Yeah, maybe. But this will be passive as well.
It will be a hybrid, probably passive,
Yeah.
active. Um, the others will require some capital, buying a real estate, for a property for renting. Um, I don't know, renting server space. Um,
Yeah,
uh, Having an investment portfolio. Those are other, investing in someone else's business. But again, that's something that you may consider too, depending on how much time you have available. If you have a small business that has a need for your services, but they are not able to pay you, do a profit sharing with them. Look, I'll build you the website, but you will give me 20% of the sales on that website. But again, you must be very critical that there is really a success in that website, that you will not be putting your time and resources on that, and in the end,
yeah,
it didn't work out, and you will not get your money back, and you have to have like a contract, or some way to fairly document it.
yeah. Very perfect. That was very helpful. Perfect. That will work.
Okay, other thing that you may work with is some alliances. If you think you have a unique technical expertise, work with an online marketing agency, a bigger software company, that you tell them, look, send me the clients, or send me the projects. You work with your team, with your intern, whatever you're, and we share the profit. that might be a way that you can scale your business too, and probably it can be a good start for working things out.
Yeah.
Also, what I will say, look for clients. If there is a shopping mall in Cairo, a business district, again, go with your proposal. Already think for those type of clients, those type of customers. Go and in a single day, go and visit 10 of them.
Yeah.
Then get their email addresses or their websites or their social media and contact them that way. I mean, be very pushy on your marketing efforts. If you have business, the rest will come easy. It will be easy to contract someone. It will be easy to share income with someone else. So.
Yeah, I agree with you. Perfect.
Well, any other question, Yasser?
No, I think I have asked all of my questions, and I really want to thank you. It was very helpful session. I have learned and I have taken notes for many points that I really want to start executing right away, and I am very grateful for you.
Well, I appreciate you like our conference. Final thoughts. Keep it simple. Whatever you do, keep it simple. Don't overthink things or wait to have everything perfect. Just have implemented solutions or tasks. Be effective. If you think that something is taking you too long and it's not going anywhere, probably you need to change courses or reorganize the step to complete it. Take care of yourself. Don't do everything. Automate, collaborate, delegate as much as possible. Follow up, and find your inspiration. If it's money or I don't know, going to the park, fishing, riding bicycle, I don't know. Take some time. Sometimes in my life I've been overwhelmed. I go out on a vacation or a weekend trip, and I clear my mind. And when I come back, I'm able to work things out much more clearly and efficiency than before leaving for that break. Well, final things. I will send you an email with this information, and well, I wish you the best, lots of success, and in the future, if you have any other question or you would like to have another chat, feel free of doing so.
Sure, thank you. I really appreciate your time. Thank you.
Okay, great, Yasser. Have a great day and a happy weekend.
Happy weekend. Thank you.
Goodbye.
Thank you.